You're sitting at your computer about to apply for your dream job or some internship, but then thoughts start go through your head and you think maybe it's a waste of time. Maybe you're thinking my parents didn't go to college or I have a learning disability. When I went on their website and looked at the folks in the most senior level roles, I didn't see anybody who matched my description. There's just no way I'm going to get this job. So all these thoughts just swarm through your heads and you don't even submit the application. But there is a way to cast your self doubt about that come because of your experiences, and in fact, those experiences can be the key to driving your career success. Most of us experience self doubt at high stakes moments, especially if they are people of different color, first generation college student, or they don't have proper traditional background, so they don't fit the mold. If that's you, then you're part of that community. What I've realized is that these experiences that kind of seem like a liability are actually your own differentiating strength. The secret is to transform how you perceive your own story. Even if you have been on an untraditional path, you have attained some skills over time that are really valuable in the workforce. Your task is to identify those experiences and just trumpet them, because it's likely that story will become your ticket to a great job. Now, one of my friends is an examples of this because he had self doubts that he had to overcome. He didn't get kind of top notch internships in college. He wasn't an extraordinary student, but by the time graduation came around, he was definitely the thank you versus the come Lord. What I didn't realize, or what he didn't realize, was that he was really good at connecting with people. And now, as a talent nerd and also a very successful businessman, he has watched thousands of graduates who actually had a lot of self doubts overcome those and accomplish goals they never thought that they were imaginable. So, how did he do that? And how did he become such a great businessman? Well, he asked himself two questions. The first is, why do you want this to work? Maybe you already know the kind of job or work environment that makes you happy, or maybe you haven't figured that out yet. Usually, your personal experiences can help you give clues. For example, did your grandmother do manual labor, or and it made you really worry that she didn't have access to high quality healthcare? Did your brother have to overcome some mental impairment and you helped him with his reading? And so you became really focused on education policy or teaching. When when you're in an interview, go ahead and talk about them because it will show your passion and your dedication to work. One young person I know was not sharing his personal story about filling out his immigration papers for his parents when he was younger. Often, when he told it, people would think that his parents weren't sophisticated. Didn't realize that he needed to harness that power of that incredible story and match it with his academic talents. And then he was able to get successful. The second question you have to ask yourself is, how can I share my story to showcase the unique strengths I'll bring to the work? For example, did you have to work multiple jobs while you were in college that did not all align with the major? So that shows an employer that you have management skills and a strong work ethic. Did you need to drop out of college because one of your parents was sick? Fill in the gap. Talk about how you administered their treatment plan. Talk about how you had to work around their complex schedules, and that shows that you are thoughtful, compassionate, and in the end, that's what makes a great teammate. Reframing that hardship in your story can make a lot of difference and can give you extreme confidence over and over again. But it does take time. It's like running a marathon. You have to train and practice. So, go back and reflect on those tough questions that you need to answer. The answers are what makes you you. And I have to tell you, when you learn to practice that story, you need to tell it with conviction because it means to you. It means a lot to you. And I'm sure that the hiring manager, whoever it is going to hear the strength in that story too.